I'm real revolutionary right now.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Hey, Black, I love y'all.
All momentum we have now, we have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, there's a difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart.
Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig? Today is Monday, September 26, 2022. Coming up on Roland Martin Unfiltered, streaming live on the Black Star Network. Two Georgia Alderpersons, boy, they get into a heated exchange of words. A white man and a sister. The white man is accused of calling the black alderwoman a ghetto bitch. Yeah, we'll talk to the alderwoman about their acrimonious history. In Indianapolis, the Circle City Classic took place this weekend, but there was no football game. But that was a Circle City Classic. We'll tell you how dwindling crowds has led them to cancel the game but continue the other festivities. We'll talk with OffScript host Scottay about what's happening with these classics and how they may be going out of style. Brett Favre's SiriusXM radio show gets suspended because of his involvement in Mississippi's welfare fraud investigation. $8 million being sent to his areas of choice. Also, I was in North Carolina on Saturday for the announcement of a major initiative by the Environmental Protection Agency. Did you know that the environmental justice movement actually was launched in North Carolina 40 years ago? We'll tell you about what black residents there and some whites did to stop the environmental racism happening in their town, literally laying down in the streets to keep the trucks from bringing in hazardous material. It is a stunning story. We'll hear from EPA Administrator Michael Regan, also Reverend Dr. William J. Barber, Ben Chavis, and others. Also, in today's Fit, Live, Win segment. Now, many of you may hate working out. You may see it as a task. Well, my guest, fitness coach Avery Woodley, says we must change our mindset as to how we approach working out and see it not as a chore, but really as an opportunity to free our minds and get ourselves in shape. Plus, we'll take your phone calls as well with regards to that. So look forward to asking her, so get your questions ready. It's time to bring the funk on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Streaming live on the Black Star Network. Let's go.
He's got it. Whatever the miss, he's on it. Whatever it is, he's got the scoop, the fact, the find. And when it breaks, he's right on time and it's rolling. Best believe he's knowing. Putting it down from sports to news to politics. With entertainment just for kicks, he's rolling. It's on go, y'all. It's Roland Martin, yeah. Rolling with Roland now. He's funk, he's fresh, he's real, the best, you know he's Roland Martin.
Wait. Hold on. All right, folks, in Savannah, Georgia, a black alderwoman accuses a white city council alderman of calling her a ghetto black bitch on video. There was an altercation that took place after a recent city council meeting, and it was captured by body cam footage from a police officer. Watch this.
She treats employees like shit all the time. I'll be happy when she's gone.
look alike.
But I'm telling you.
Yeah. Ask him.
If I could sell that house.
Ask him. Ask him. Did you get that on your body cam? Him calling you a ghetto bitch? Did you get that?
It's called extremely
Yeah.
west. There's not.
He called me a ghetto bitch.
Sell it without me signing.
Yes. One of y'all got it on your body cam, so I'm sure you do.
That property because she eroded it with all the storm. If I could have sold my house, I would have done it.
What we looked at on the woman just put it in perspective.
Billy, you know what? You are just really. I feel sorry for you. It's a real disappointment, and I hate that things have resulted to what they are. I really do.
Now, Alderman Curtis Purty isn't heard on the police body cam calling the alderwoman names, but he admitted to calling her that in a phone interview. Now, prior to what took place outside the chamber, things got a little testy on the inside. Watch.
Aye. Opposed. Motion passes. Is there a motion regarding this license?
Yes.
Mayor Johnson, I move that we approve.
Second.
And properly moved and second that we approve this license. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed.
Nay. Can we go to the board?
We sure can.
And for,
No.
I need
Ma'am.
to introduce that into the record.
No. The hearing has been closed, ma'am. All right. All in favor by approving this license indicate by saying yay.
I'm trying to.
Wow. That's sad.
Talk
Motion.
about racial equity.
Motion
Not at all.
fails.
There's your racial equity, city manager.
What does
Thank
race
you.
have anything to do with it?
A whole lot.
I don't see it.
Well, you wouldn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, please. Ladies and
Why is
gentlemen.
that?
Why?
Ladies
You
and
tell
gentlemen.
me why.
Ladies
Asking
and
you.
gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Shut up, Keisha.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Move for a 5-minute recess, please.
No, ma'am. No, sir. We're going to move on. We're going to move forward. All right. We will now move to.
So you just told me to shut up, Purdy?
No,
Mr. Mayor, if she could address the comment to you, not to me.
Mayor Johnson, I
Yes.
want to know if Mr. Purdy, did you just tell me to shut up?
I'm not going to.
All right, joining us right now is Savannah, Georgia Alderwoman Keisha Gibson Carter. So what is going on here? Has this been a contentious battle between y'all for months, years? What's going on?
I'm in a contentious battle for the citizens of Savannah. With regard to the interpersonal relations or the lack thereof, I really try not to focus too terribly much on that. Nonetheless, to make this really short and sweet, there's a rule of our council that essentially ices out the minorities on council. And by minority, I mean those who are in the minority vote by number. Myself, Alderwoman Bryant Lanier, and Miller Blakely are 3 alderpersons who essentially are the most vocal, the most progressive and aggressive alderpersons, and the most accessible to the citizens of Savannah. But because we have a rule of council that says we cannot put forth an item for consideration as legislation for consideration unless we have a majority vote. So no place else in the whole United States of America does a sitting alderperson, notwithstanding that I am the number 2 vote getter on council. I actually got more votes than the mayor. I represent all of Savannah in an at-large post, and I cannot present an item for to be considered. So fast forward 2.5 years later, you can imagine that that's caused a lot of frustration. Nonetheless, we have figured a way to backdoor our way into getting what the citizens need, and that is helping them understand the importance of mobilization, forming a collective voice, and citizen engagement. And as a result of that, we are able to, in tandem, match that with our force on council and in the community and get the attention of the people and put others on council who would be interested in supporting these efforts that ultimately support our community when it comes to crime, poverty, homelessness, and forced displacement. So we face pushback. And that pushback comes in the form of political hits that's often carried out by mainstream media here in Savannah, both print and television, as well as public assassination of our character, sullying our reputation, if you will. You see, Curtis Purdy has told me to shut up, and he has called me a ghetto bitch, a black ghetto bitch, that is. And so there is nothing, if you were to Google him, that comes up. But when you Google Keisha Gibson Carter, the media has done a pretty good job highlighting and sensationalizing minutia on council. This Curtis Purdy, this individual has filed a bogus ethics complaint. I was shepherded through a process where I was humiliated, and we waste thousands of dollars of taxpayer money. We waste precious staff time only to have Curtis Purdy come to me a week later and apologize and say he was encouraged to file the ethics complaint, and he subsequently apologized. Well, we continued. We stayed on the wall. We did not give up. We continued to advocate for the citizens of Savannah, only to now find myself in a firestorm where I'm accused of calling, just by the sheer fact that I said the word racist or told a colleague that his behavior and rhetoric was racist on council, I was voted out of council chair. And physically, the mayor moved my seat physically. And so, you know, these are things that people said that I said. Nothing was captured with regard to the ethics complaint where it was stated that I cursed people out and I hit somebody with my pocketbook. It's the most ridiculous accounts of behavior that can be matched with public government. Nonetheless, we rose above it, and we are still in position doing what we do every day, doing what I've done for this city now for nearly 30 years, and that is advocating for her, inspiring her, and protecting the citizens of Savannah from my place of this elected office. And so now we continue to be concerned because, you know, this is dangerous political warfare. I knew what I was signing up for. I'm signing up to run for the top job of the city of Savannah. I will be the 68th mayor of Savannah. And if I intend to occupy that post, surely I have to be able to take somebody calling me a ghetto bitch. And I have to be able to accept that someone would say, shut up to me, notwithstanding it's a live city council meeting. But what I'm here to do is what others who are watching cannot do for themselves. There are women in this country. There are girls in this country whose bodies are under threat, and our voices daily are under threat and attack. And I cannot sit idly by, despite the fact that these egregious acts happened some months ago, about 4 weeks for one and about 2 weeks for the other, and I tried to ignore it. But this individual, Curtis Purdy, posted on Facebook and bragged about what he did. But more dangerous than him bragging about what he did, Curtis Purdy is a sworn police officer charged with protecting the citizens of the community where he works. He's a university professor at Georgia Southern University here in Savannah at the Armstrong campus. Curtis Purdy is supposed to mitigate and de-escalate situations. This individual came out of his way. I left the city council meeting about 8 to 10 minutes early to go out and meet with my citizen and to help mitigate the situation that she was in with our assistant city manager, Heath Lloyd, only to have Curtis Purdy come out of chambers. And as opposed to taking the northern exit, he came in the southern direction where I was, where the assistant city manager and where the citizen was. She right away stated that she did not want to speak with him. And I turned to him and said, she doesn't want to speak to you. I have it. You've ignored her. Go on. So first and foremost, he never should have entered my space. He never should have entered my space. And secondly,
okay, so here's what I'm confused by. Okay, where's the mayor? Where's the city council when it comes to don't y'all have some sort of rules with conduct when it comes to how council members talk to each other?
Yes, we do. And
so what happened?
Nothing. He has not been reprimanded. He has not been censured. The mayor has not acknowledged one word about his behavior. He's not expressed any concern. In fact, he announced on his show, on his live Facebook show, that he supported Curtis Purdy. And that here again is another reason why I'm speaking up and speaking out, because as I stated,
This $60 bathroom.
So this is, I mean, so it's just strange to me. Again, like I say, I've seen other city councils where they've done some stuff, but this is quite strange to me here. Hold tight 1 second. I'm gonna go to a break because we have to fix something happened on our YouTube feed. So we'll be there in just a second. We'll be right back to Relevant Unfiltered.
When we invest in ourselves, our glow, our vision, our vibe, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
Hatred on the streets, a horrific scene, a white nationalist rally that descended into deadly violence.
White people are losing their damn minds.
An angry pro-Trump mob storms the U.S. Capitol. We've seen
We're about to see the rise of what I call white minority resistance. We have seen white folks in this country who simply cannot tolerate black folks voting.
I think what we're seeing is the inevitable result of violent denial.
This is part of American history. Every time that people of color have made progress, whether real or symbolic, there has been what Carol Anderson at Emory University calls white rage as a backlash.
This is the rise of the Proud Boys and the Boogaloo Boys. America, there's going to be more of this.
Here's all the Proud Boys, Dave.
This country is getting increasingly racist in its behaviors and its attitudes because of the fear of white people.
The fear that they're taking our jobs, they're taking our resources, they're taking our women. This is white fear.